Bengals draft offseason move. My big thing with them is just stop with this T. Higgins stuff. I don't understand it. They have one of the best quarterbacks in the world. They have a
Yeah.
wide receiver they're about to pay with Chase, the highest non-quarterback salary. They've got
Yeah.
tons of money to Hendrickson. And you want to add more offense? Like, let him handle it. He's got it. Just like Mahomes, just like Jared Allen, Lamar. Stop adding offensive players at a high cost. Give him some scrubs, just like Tom Brady. Like Tom Brady, just aside from Randy Moss the one time, like give him some people, he'll make them great.
Yeah.
And fuck, his defense is awful. Why on earth are we taking T. Higgins and like they have wide receiver as the biggest need? A lot of mocks or tight ends. It's like no defense.
They have the best wide receiver in the league, like the best wide receiver in football. They have him already with a great quarterback. Yeah, you can't. And again, this is selfish because I want to see T. Higgins in the market, but and Hendrickson isn't signed long term. Like they need to get a deal done with him. That should be their priority over Higgins.
It should be, absolutely, and it's not. Right? I don't understand.
Yeah, and so as much as we've said, like the Bears, their pick 100%, and the Dolphins needs to be O-line. This pick 100% needs to be on the defense side somewhere. You need some defensive players because you're garbage. You have nobody on defense. You suck. So they need to just find the best player they have on defense, take them, and do it like the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm in bizarro world where they're talking about whether it's trading or releasing Hendrickson, but then signing T. Higgins. I'm like, what? That's the opposite of what you should be doing.
Yes, absolutely.
And then if they sign Higgins, it's almost like they're the Dolphins or the Cowboys, just spending all their money on 3-4 positions that you shouldn't be. I guess do it once, do one wide receiver, don't do both. Totally. It's just insanity.
Think about how hamstrung the Dolphins are because they have like $100 million tied up in Tua, Tyreek, and Waddle. Like and these guys are better than that. Like right? Like Burrow is better than Tua. Chase is better than either of those 2 receivers. So don't sign another expensive one. Learn from that example.
Exactly.
Get a good young guy in there. Their third receiver last year was okay. Gesicki at tight end he can get you through another year. Draft later. Like find yourself another guy in the draft. But do not. They got to let Higgins walk.
If they spend their money on offense, I'm going to lose my mind or draft pick. So
and Joe Burrow's he's doing all the media tours and talk about how oh no, there's ways to do this. It's like, oh yeah, there is, man. Why don't you give him some of your money?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah, there's ways to juggle it. Take $10 million off your thing and say, okay, now we can keep T. Higgins.
Yeah, exactly.
But fuck, man, there's only one football. Like
no,
and